me again. So I'm gonna tell you about my fun fucking night. Alright, now this is the day, if you watched my video called I Saved a Pitbull Named Roxy, you'll understand this video. Um, so, my best friend from New Mexico came up and he visited me for the second time. So, me and him hung out. Um, well, after I saved the Pitbull, me and him, we went down to, St. Francis, where, that's where all my homies are. So, went down there and, partied up down there. First we went to my girl's house and we started talking to her, and she had one of my bros up over there, and so me and them were talking, and bro had stole my lighters, so I had to get it back. um, what else happened? So me and him wrestled a little bit, and then we went to we waited for our friend, another bro of mine, to come back, and we all met up at their house, and then me and her had girl talk while they went and did their little thing. So, it was cool. And then we went to a park named Tippy, where it's like pretty much the whole, you know, everybody goes there. That's the new hangout spot. So we go up there and we drive around, like, do a lap around. Nobody was there. Nobody. And it was a nice ass day, so, like, what the fuck? Why is nobody here? So, I'm like, well, they're probably at so and so's house. So I went to so and so's house because he lived right by Tippy. In which they were my older bros. So I'm like, well, just stay in the car. I'll go up and I'll see if they're there. So we go up and we see them and stuff, and I knocked on the door and he comes out. Mandy, what the fuck? You're here? Oh. So I walk in, and all of a sudden I see one of my bros that I'm really close with. Comes up and gives me a huge ass hug, like, holy shit, you're here. And I'm like, yeah, and you missed it. I had a fucking big ass pin in my car. And he's like, whoa, I wish I would have saw that. I'm like, no, not really. She didn't really like men. So, I kept hearing people in the back, talking and shit. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go see what's going on. Look, and there's the crazy ass stalker behind my crazy ex stalker there. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Hi, everybody. And then I left. So I walked out, and I'm, like, talking to my older bro. I'm like, well, I got everybody in the car. You want to meet anybody? Come over. And so we had, like, a huge-ass group go to my car. And, we were talking, and my crazy ex stayed in the house because he knew better. Well, my friend, Sam, has beef with my crazy ex. Like, they have straight up kill method type shit. My friend from New Mexico, I looked at him, I'm like, give me your fucking knife now. I will explain to you later. Give me your fucking knife. And he gave me his knife, and I put it in my pocket, and I'm like, okay. He's like, so why did you do that? And I'm like, my crazy ex is here. And he was like, man, damn it. I want to fucking kill him and shit. I'm like, you're going to stay calm right now. You're going to stay calm. Period. Done. Over with. So, we go to, we walked over to Tippy and everything, and Max came like a little bit later. But we're all staying there, and, we have our little poking fights, and whenever I poke my best friend, he doesn't poke back nicely, let's put it that way. He actually comes back at you pretty good, and, like, so I poked him, and I ran really quickly into the playground and shit. And me and him started talking, and, I saw my ex, and so I'm like, Sam, you wouldn't kill me, you love me, blah, 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 blah. And you could tell he was getting pissed. But he started playing basketball, which is on the other side of the playground, which is across, like, you have to cross a huge fence to get. But, I was just, like, making it seem like my life was so much better and didn't give a fuck and everything, because, I don't know if I told you, but he's crazy as fuck. I will, pretty much, if you see in a couple of my other videos, you will understand why he's crazy. Crazier than me. So, we're talking, and I look at, my bro, and I'm like, you smoke today. you should really let me have some fun, which means, let me get some drinks, because he was gonna buy. So I ended up getting, talking him. Now I'm 20. I'm almost 21. 3 more months till my birthday. So I go up and I'm like, bro, will you give me some money so I can buy some crack alcohol? And my drink's Four Loko. It'll fuck me up to the point where I can't even stand or walk straight. So, you know, we walk over to the corner market and I got my bro to buy me some, and we bought some alcohol and I started drinking and I got fucking drunk. Like, I was drunk off my butt. And, oh, it's raining outside. Good. So, I got pretty hammered, couldn't even walk straight. Uh, so, me and, the guy, it's about 10:30, and my one bro he has driver's license, so I'm like, you get to drive my car. Gave him my keys, and just, everybody walked me to the car, and I'm like, oh, I can't fucking walk and shit. But, we ended up, getting my car and everything, and we dropped off my friend because he needed to get my bro from Mexico. He had to go back to get his dad because his dad was picking him up. So I looked at my friend Ashley and I'm like, there is no way I'm driving like this. You need to take me to your house. How late can I stay? You could stay till midnight. So I had about an hour and a half just to get sobered up. We get to our house. I'm like, give me bread and black coffee and some Oreos. So I got that and I just maxed, and I felt like, I was sobering up, and when I'm drunk I start talking and I will talk nonstop. I'll be fucking faithful when I talk too. I looked at her in the face and I'm like, I know I should have told you a lot of shit, but I haven't said shit. I haven't said anything. And I told her everything that happened, and she's like, oh yeah, I understand. And then I'm like, well, do you think I'm okay to drive, right? And she's like, yeah, you're talking okay, you seem fine, and you look like you're more vigilant and everything. And I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling okay. And I don't like to drink and drive because of the fact I don't want to kill anybody or be claimed as a alcoholic or type thing like that. The only reason I did drink is because of the dog. I lost something sweet, and everybody else is getting fucked up smoking weed, and I can't smoke no weed, so I had to do something for fun. So, you know, so I'm driving, and I got over like the bridge, and my house from there is about an hour drive for me. Sometimes 45 minutes. I'm really good, but like not even halfway there, and all of a sudden my gas thing went from quarter of a tank to empty. I was like, shit. So, there's this bar I know of called the Spring House. There's so many stories at the Spring House that I can tell, but so I go, and it's like it's about midnight. I walk in. Right before I walk in, I see like a huge group of people, and I saw a waiter and shit, and this one guy comes up, while I'm walking, he's like, how you doing, hon? And I'm like, ugh, I'm feeling like shit. And he's like, oh, what's wrong? And I'm like, I just saved the dog and now I don't have gas money to get home and I feel like shit. I just wanted to come by and see if someone could give me some gas money. So the waiter, or the bartender, sexy as hell, grabs me. He's like, oh, come in. Come with me. No, not even a photo ID or anything. He just is like, come with me. I sit at the bar. He's like, what do you want? I'll take a Bacardi. Hell, so I don't care. I'm gonna drink. So he gave me a Bacardi, drank it. Then he comes up to me again. He's like, "You want another one?" And I'm like, "I don't have any money." He's like, "That's okay." Throws me another one. He gave me $5. So pretty cool ass bartender. Throws me another one. Sweet, okay. Drink that one. So then he comes. I finish that. He comes right back up to me, and the guy next to me noticed that he was giving me free drinks. Like, oh, okay. So he talks to me. He's like, oh, so you're a bartender's favorite if he keeps giving you drinks and everything. I'm like, ah, yeah, he's pretty cool. we start talking, and we ended up going to the same high school. And he's like, oh, so you're a graduate of 11. And I'm like, oh yeah. So he's like, so you must be 22. And I'm like, yeah, I'm 22. And he's like, okay. He's like, so have you ever had any drinks that you wanna? He's like, I'll buy a drink. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'll just probably have no, get a good drink. And I'm like, I never had a dirty martini before. So he's like, all right, you want a dirty martini? Sure, why not? So he bought me a dirty martini, and oh my god, that thing tasted like shit, straight up shit. Not gonna lie. The only good part was the olives. So he comes back, he's like, so I'm like, well, when I drink alcohol, I have to have a cigarette. So I'm like, well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go have a cigarette and then I'll be right back. Well, the bartender comes out with me and we start, talking a little bit more, and you know, I'm smoking a cigarette with him, and we start talking. I showed him my car, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is for sale, and blah blah blah. And so we and him start talking. Now I know I'm fucking wasted. Like I know I'm getting wasted. So I sit down back at the bar, and the guy's like, oh, so you want another dirty martini? I'm like, no, I don't think I can handle that. I don't think I can handle another one. So he's like, do you want them? Well, what do you want? And I'm like, you know what, just give me another Bacardi. It'll be fine. So he bought me another Bacardi. We start talking more and more, and I can feel I'm becoming fucking drunk. So, I'm like, oh, go to the bathroom, come back, and my song's on. So I'm just dancing through the crowd, and I'm dancing. I walk through, stand next to him, I'm like, just like, kind of like hitting him with my butt and shit, and he kind of like looked at me, and he's like, so, you feeling it, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah, yeah. So it's about 2 o'clock now, and before they closed, he bought me another one, and, you know, I'm drunk already and fucked up, and so he's like, well, since it's closing time, and I'm like, hold on, let's wait until the song's over. So it was that, I don't know the name of the song, but I know it's that one that goes, to the window, to the wall, and I started dancing to that shit. And when I start dancing, when I'm drunk, you know I'm drunk. You know it. I don't ever dance in public unless I have all my friends with me. Period. Plain and simple. So, you know, he, you know, bought me another drink, and bartender's like, so, honey, you got a place to stay? And I'm like, nah. And so the guy leaves that I was talking to, and the bartender comes with me, and he takes me to his house. Well, it was more like an apartment, but it was a nice ass apartment. Like, I knew he had money for that shit. So me and him got in there, and you know, all I remember is 1 minute I was in the house, and next thing I know, I am butt naked laying next to this dude. Oh shit. It's 6 in the morning. My grandma gets home at 6 from work in the morning. I'm fucking screwed. So I sneak out of bed. I kind of like went through his wallet, grabbed a 20, and left him a note saying, because when he felt me leave, he's like, where you going, my little nasty slut? And I'm like, the fuck you calling nasty? What the fuck you calling a slut? So I go and I left him a note, and I'm like, from your dirty, naughty little slut. And left. Just left. Nothing ever happened. And then I got to my car, filled it up, and I was still kind of buzzing and shit, so went to the gas station, got myself a drink, and beef jerky and gas, and went back home and passed the fuck out when I got home. But that is my fun night. That was the funnest night I don't remember, and hell yeah, that was pretty much the best fucking night I've ever had, being 22 when I'm only 20. So thank you for everybody who made that day awesome. Um, so I guess that was pretty much all I wanted to tell. I wanted to get it out and everything. But yeah, that was my fun night. If you want to hear any more of my fun nights, message me and let me know. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.